My love, you are on a mission as God's secret weapon. Oh, don't worry. Your secret is safe with me. I too am on a divine assignment. So I get it. So just between us earth angels, oh, you might be feeling, like you are kind of unrecognized, like people don't see you as the brilliant, divine, magical, powerful being that I know you to be, that the divine knows you to be, that you maybe know you to be. And that can be kind of frustrating and discouraging and confusing. So let me, give you some clarity. You are on a mission as God's secret weapon. And the operative word in that is secret. Okay. So you're not unrecognized, babe. You are in disguise. No one's going to see you coming until the time is right. That's the purpose of a secret weapon, to make sure it is hidden in plain sight until the time is right to harness the power. Okay? So that's what's going on. That is what's going on, my love. Yeah, you're a secret weapon. And you are so powerful that, you can't just be out here being like, I'm a secret weapon. I have a great purpose that's going to help, defeat the powers that were and, create this new earth and seed love and power into blah, blah, blah. It's not how it works. When you think about a, in a spy movie, right? They always have, first you realize you're a spy, okay, oh my gosh, and then you've got the gadget guy, right, who gives you a pen that looks like a pen but actually is much more powerful. mm They give you maybe a telephone that looks like just a regular telephone, but actually it does something else powerful that helps you fulfill the mission. That's really brilliant. Yeah. And while you were on this, you know what another thing that came to me today was um, the soul of last resort. You are the soul of last resort. Okay. Maybe you've heard of the drug of last resort. I'm going to say it's penicillin. I don't know if it's that, but there's one when, someone is so sick with a thing that all the other methods don't work. You then use the drug of last resort. And that's who you are. You are the soul of last resort, God's secret weapon. So you don't use the drug of last resort when someone first comes down with symptoms, right? You don't use the drug of last resort on just any old thing. You use that when everything else has failed, when the situation is dire and there's no other hope. Then you use the drug of last resort. And that's you. You are the soul of last resort. So I know everything looks kind of crazy, like it's crumbling, right? But we have to exhaust all our other efforts. And then we go to the soul of last resort. That's you. So you are hidden in plain sight as a secret weapon, not so we pull you out at the first sign of danger. We pull you out at the perfect time when you're ready to be unveiled. And so, yeah, until that time, you have to get your weapon into position, right? Because no point having a secret weapon if it's not in a position that you can use it, right? You're not in a position to fulfill your divine mission, okay? So if you find yourself being moved about or feeling called to move differently, that's because you're getting moved into position. And then you have to make sure someone knows how to use the weapons, right? You got to know that when the spy agency gives you a pen, it's not just a pen. It has other powers that are going to help you complete the mission. And you got to learn to use it right. You're taught to use it in the old way, and that's just not what we're doing. Okay. And you might find people who are not on the mission, or who maybe have a mission that's opposite of yours. Maybe their mission is to try to stop you. You might have them being like, what are you doing? Why are you? No, you're not doing anything special. You're just ordinary. You're just regular. You're just my child. You're just my coworker. You're just my employee. You're just my spouse. You're not special. You're not here on a mission other than to just live, babe. So they might be like, why can't you just do this? Or Why can't you, just do this? Listen, it's because doing that is not part of the mission objectives. Doing that is not going to help accomplish the mission. It might even mess up the mission. When like James Bond, okay, like after he like goes and gets all his different gadgets and stuff, like he's like, okay, this is a handkerchief, but actually does this. Okay. Then he gets into position, right? He goes to like, I don't know, the casino or whatever, where the bad guys are, where all the stuff is going down. And then he just plays it cool, right? Gets himself a drink, goes and like just walks around, tries to not draw attention to himself. If someone who is not on the mission comes and is like, hey, can I buy you a drink? What's up? Starts talking, he has to either ignore them or like just find a way out of that situation very quickly, because you don't want to lose focus on the mission objectives, right? If you get too caught up in what people who are not on your mission want you to do, it's kind of like messing up the point. You're in disguise. You're not actually just a guy drinking in a casino. You're here for a mission. So if you find people who are not on the mission, who don't understand your mission, who might have a mission that is in conflict with yours, you don't want to do what they think you should do. And on these divine missions, it is like it's your internal compass. It's this inner voice. It's spirit going through you. And so if spirit isn't telling you to do that thing, you don't do it. And so then when the time is right, you will be unveiled. You will be unleashed. They will recognize who you are. You like take off the mask and you're like, this is who I am. And they're like, oh shit. And by then it's too late. You're the soul of last resort. Nothing else has worked except this. And we know to use that at the right time. If you use it too early, it loses its effectiveness, I think. If you use it too often, the germs learn how to fight it, like how to adapt to it. So you got to wait to use the soul of last resort. You got to wait to use your secret weapon. You don't use the secret weapon when we're still in negotiations, right? We don't use the secret weapon first. We wait until we've exhausted all the other things, till it seems like it's too late, till it seems like all hope is lost. And then curtain comes back. And then everyone sees you. I was thinking it's like if you had the power of invisibility, okay? And you're used to using it. You're used to walking around, no one can see you. You like maybe, I feel like if I had the power of invisibility, I would be naked a lot, because it's like, doesn't matter, no one can see me, And so imagine if for whatever reason, one day you lose that power. You didn't realize you were going to lose it. And so you are walking around day to day, going to the grocery store naked and stuff, just blah, blah, blah. And then you see someone like staring at you and you're like, what? Oh, can you see me? Oh, shit. So that's how it's going to be, except for good. You're so used to people not seeing you, people not recognizing you, people not, the way you see yourself, other people don't get it. They're just like, I don't see it. They ignore you. But when the time is right, they will be unable to ignore you. They will see like, oh shit, she's the one I've been waiting for. We've literally been praying for this earth angel, and now they're here before us and they're stunning. I can barely look at them. I have to put on like some sunglasses and like kind of look at them through a, like for a solar eclipse, you have to like look through that like little machine thing so you don't hurt your freaking eyes. That's how it's going to be. And a lot of people who used to know you, who knew you maybe by your disguise and not by who you actually are, they're going to be surprised. They're going to be confused. They're going to be like, what? I'm sorry, what? And that is just evidence that you're doing it right. So if you feel like you are being unrecognized and unheard, it's for the protection of the mission, because your divine mission is so important also that it's foolproof. You can't mess it up. And like it has been orchestrated so that despite your best efforts, You can't mess this up. So you just got to do you and watch things unfold in your favor. Yeah. Yeah. And so don't get distracted by people who are used to interacting with your disguise, right? As just an ordinary person. You're Clark Kent, they're like, Clark, why you have to come like get drinks with us after work at our newspaper or whatever. And Clark is like, ooh, I got something after. And they're like, oh, come on, Clark, you got to do it. Eventually, he's just got to like look like a mean guy. He's got to look rude. He's like, hey, I'm sorry, it's weird, but I got to go. He's the weapon. He's the hero. He's the magic. He's the, soul of last resort. I think in, what is it, Metropolis, they have the police and then they have Superman, right? The things the police can't do, Superman does, I think, presumably. Yeah. So don't worry about it. If you feel like you're not getting the recognition you deserve, you will. It's just not time for you to be unveiled yet. It hasn't gotten dire enough yet. You are getting moved into position. You are learning your functionality so that when it is time, all you have to do is just shine, be yourself, and use your power as it is meant to, and you will fulfill the mission. So yeah, the divine needs you hidden in plain sight right now. So don't worry about it. Have fun with it, in fact. There's a reason you are hidden in this particular way. There's a reason people can't see you in your brilliance. If they knew how brilliant you were, they might try to stop you. They might try to redirect you. They might try to like use you for their own aims rather than the divine's. But we're not letting that happen. We know what's going on. We understand the assignment and we won't be distracted. We can't, in fact. We are anchored to our path and all of the things that have been set in motion in order to bring about this new world, seed in this, new consciousness and humanity. It's already been done. So you can just enjoy the unfolding, babe. You don't have to worry. The unveiling is coming soon. We're seeing everything crumbling. We're seeing all the old ways of thinking and doing things not working. Everything that used to work is no longer working. So it's getting to be that time where we have to use the drug of last resort. It's getting to be that time when we have to unleash God's secret weapon, the soul of last resort, baby, you. Okay? Billy said that I looked like a really sexy hamster. That man. The nerve, the gumption, and the gall. No, it's cool. I was thinking like caterpillar with this, but with the haired things, yeah, sure. But yeah, so you might be discouraged because like maybe people see you as just like a quirky girl or unassuming person and just a regular, human. But you know more. The divine knows more. Don't get distracted. Don't get influenced by people who are not on the mission, who are like, oh no, you're just a guy at a casino. You don't have a greater purpose of being here, babe. Also, like we see in these like superhero movies, sometimes there's like in order to get the superhero off their path, sometimes the bad guy will go to the superhero's family and compel them to call the superhero and be like, hey, I need you at home, like really fast, really, it's really important. Come and help me at home. And the superhero goes, and what happens? It's a trap. It was actually the bad guy all along trying to lure this superhero off of their path. So you know what's going on, babe. You understand the assignment. You're not getting moved off your path by anybody. You're only moved forward. You only advance. So enjoy it. Trust that you only advance. Everything that happens is to support you and your ability to be a more effective weapon in the service of the divine, okay? Yeah. I think I got the message out. I know it. Ooh. Yeah. So thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think, because this one came to me this morning, and like throughout the day, it just like more of the structure came, and I was like, ooh, that is brilliant and so perfect and exactly what is going on. So stay focused. You're right on time. If you're watching me, if you watched all the way through, ooh, baby, you have a powerful purpose. You won't miss the signal. It's impossible for you to miss. It's impossible for you to mess up. So you just have to stay getting to know your vessel, your powers, see it before everyone else does, trust that it's going to work. And that's it. All right, my darlings. I love you so much. This is all made up. You're doing a great job. And you are a secret weapon, okay? So hidden in plain sight. So don't blow your cover, okay? Cool it. Don't blow your cover. All right. I love you so much. Talk soon. Go back and watch my other episodes because they're so brilliant. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll talk to you Earth Angels later, okay? Love you. Bye.